Good morning everyone and welcome to Obsession Car Detailing. Behind me we have this absolutely wonderful BMW E90 M3 in Alpine White. It's in for a full paint correction, taking the wheels off, coating those and coating the paint with Opti-Coat Pro Plus. It's about 10 AM so it's time to get cracking. Let's start with the wash. So we're starting with the iron removal process. So you can see where it's reacted with any iron on the car, where the chemical has turned pink. So this car is not too bad. We're used to seeing cars that are a lot worse. You can see how it's gone pink there on the wheels, obviously. So we'll let this sit for a few minutes, finish reacting, then we'll rinse that off, and then we'll start the wash. Usually we would wash the car first, but this car was already fairly clean to begin with, so there wasn't much dirt there to interfere with the process. Postman just arrived. Let's see what he brought me. Hopefully I'm appearing on camera right now. Oh yes, polishing pads, never have enough. This time from ShineMate. We love the ShineMate pads here. They perform really well and they're very affordable to boot. I was running low on 3-inch pads, so I've got lots of 3-inch polishing pads. 3-inch cutting is the yellow, and 3-inch polishing, which is red. There's a few other pads as well in the ShineMate range, but the yellow and the red are the most versatile. Okay, Lake Country pads. We've got 5-inch Lake Country HDO. These are a cutting pad, so these are good for a one-step on harder paints. Can also be used for polishing on hard paints. And for cutting on soft paints, we have some Lake Country HDO 3-inch pads, and we have some Lake Country microfiber pads. As you all know, the Maguire's microfiber cutting discs in 3-inch were discontinued a while ago. I bought up all the stock that I could find in Australia, but it's a shame, we're still running out, so it's time to find a replacement. I found those to be very good. Let's see what we have in this one here as well. This also, I believe, is from Wax It. Oh, okay, we have lots of these. Oh yes, this is pretty cool. We have a magnetic mount for the Nova. So this is magnetic. This will stick anywhere. Let's have a look. Oh, that's a pretty strong magnet. I can't take it off now. This is not good. There we are. So this is a magnetic mount for the Hella Nova lights. Yes, Morph all-in-one polish. This is similar to CarPro Essence, but it's Wax It's own version. It's supposed to have a bit more cut. Essence is a great polish. It has some SiO2 in there, so it's great for people looking for some, who don't want the Opti-Coat Pro and just wanting something a little bit more short term. Use this, top this with some sealants or a ceramic-based spray coating, and you're good. So this is going to be real good. Looking forward to testing that out on some cars later on. Another Nova. I love that one so much. I bought another one. Alright, we have this. I'm looking forward to using. We're going to be using that now in the BMW. This is Purify. So this is essentially a clay lube, but also an iron remover. The idea of this is that it saves you time, but not having to do that separate iron removal step. This does it all in one go, so it saves us time and allows us to spend more time on the correction. So this is good. We have Concourse Breakdown. This is their new wheel cleaner. It's twice the price of the other wheel cleaner I've been using. I've been told it's more than twice as good, so let's test that out. This should work really well. Oh yes, and I think this is it. We have some Thunderstorm Ultra Plush microfibers. These are for me to use as well as for my customers. You may have seen me using the Firestorm ones, I think. They're the pink ones, which I quite like. I quite like pink. These ones are grey, so it's good for different purposes and organizations. So I'll have these in stock for my customers and for me to use. These are 900 GSM, and I believe they're made in Korea, like the best microfibers. So that was quite a nice haul. I'll probably keep. I always like to keep this packaging, or if you're, anyone out there wants some of these foam things, let me know. The BMW has been washed, decontaminated, dried. We'll be taking the wheels off later to clean them and coat them, but for now we are going to look at the paint and do a test spot. Looking at it already, I'm not looking forward to this. I can tell this is going to require a lot of work, but let's have a look under the scan grip lights and see what we're dealing with. Alright, so we've got the scan grips light set to the warm color setting. We can see a lot of swirling, a lot of abrasion there. Let's change the color. That's the bright setting. Let's change the color to the cool setting. And we can see more there as well. Zoom out a bit. It's not looking pretty. So this is going to require a lot of work to get looking good. Oh, you can see some water spotting, some etching there as well. Oh, these doors, zoom in again. There we are. Yeah, it's not looking pretty. B-pillars, as always, they're in real bad shape. But it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a big transformation. So we can see there we've got the rotary holograms there. That's just fine, but we've still got some deeper defects left. So this is after and before there. So it's a big difference. We can see how the scratch pattern is more uniform than before, but we might try stepping it up to some wool and see if that gives us a better correction. Alright, so I've done my test spots, some experimenting, and I've decided to go with Angel Wax Resurrection again, like we did on the RS4 and the I think it's Lake Country purple foamed wool pad. The Optimum Hyper Compound was working really well, gave a really good cut. If anything, it's a bit too aggressive. Look, Hyper Compound is a great compound, but the way you work it is a bit different, and I'm not that practiced with it. Something I need to spend more time with. I was finding the Hyper Compound was leaving defects, leaving compound haze that was taking too long to remove. The next step using the Hyper Polish, so we decided to not do that. This, being a diminishing abrasive, finishes down really well on the rotary, which is quite remarkable because finishing down a compound rotary is not an easy task. But we're going to be using this, and we'll follow up with Optimum Hyper Polish to finish with, and therefore it'll be good. So let's get the rotary going again and continue. So that's what we were dealing with before. And after a cutting step. There we are. Still a bit of the random odd little defect here and there. That should come out in the next step. But compare that to this, and I'm sure you'll agree, it's a huge difference. So the correction is going well. Done a 50-50 here just for illustration. You can see here the drastic change in color from before and after. Before it almost looks like a creamy white, and after you've got this nice crisp snow white happening there. So I've got the tape line there, and you can see how on the right we can see swirl marks and scratches and whatnot, and on the left it's massively improved. So let's go in a bit closer. And that side there, so huge difference. You can see the tape line there, but the most remarkable thing I think is the change in color that we're getting. And this is a white car, mind you. You know, it's normal to see a black car really become black, go from a dark gray to a black. But on a white car, yeah, it's quite remarkable, the difference. Alright, so we're continuing compounding, and I just thought I would show you something quite interesting. Now we're using the rotary here. Now the side effect of using a rotary can be buffer trails or holograms or a bit of haze. Sometimes when you're polishing or compounding with an aggressive compounded pad using a DA machine, you might get a bit of marring, a bit of compound haze, and you effectively get the same thing here, but because the rotary is spinning in a constant pattern, not in a random way, you do get this pattern of hologramming. So I'm going to show you that. We'll cut to that now, and you'll see that there, and this shows the importance of finishing the panel correctly. Now if you look at this light here, you can see that kind of haze or blooming around there. That's basically your hologram or your buffer trail. Now if we go over to the left, keep going, you can see how it's gone, and you can just see that 50-50 tape line there. So I'll try and get a bit closer. There you go. So you can see the difference there. This paint's looking pretty good. You can see here this is before polishing, but after compounding, and this is after polishing. As an example, let's compare that to this side before compounding. So pretty decent result there. We'll just go across. So this is compounding, polishing, and you can just see that 50-50 there. It's getting a little bit cold in here. Much better. So I apologize for looking like somewhat of a thug, but wearing a beanie is cheaper than running the heating, and it is rather cold. It's about 10 degrees Celsius in here. Anyway, I've just finished cutting the car. I ended up using a combination of the rotary with a few wool pads with concourse finesse, I think it's called. I keep forgetting the name. Oh no, precision. So this stuff here. On the bonnet, I did the initial pass with the rotary and precision. Didn't get the cut that I was after, so I ended up using the old favorite Maguire's M101 with a microfiber pad. And what I did was use an excess amount of compound and worked very slowly to really get it done.
So I'm now pretty happy with the bonnet. It's about 95%. There's still a few deeper defects here and there that would really require wet sanding to remove, but you know, I'm pretty happy with the amount of clear coat we've removed. I'm not comfortable removing much more, so it's time to start polishing. I've done a few test spots and I'm going to polish with the rotary. I enjoy using the rotary now and again, and I'm getting really good results in this. So yeah, let's get cracking. Alright, so it's day 3 and hopefully the final day on the M3. We're going to start polishing now, shouldn't take us too long, and then we'll take the wheels off and get that sorted as well. So we're just switching up the polishing step to use the Roop's Duetto, which has a 12mm throw, so significantly smaller than that of the 21. This can help get a better finish, it's less aggressive, and we're going to be using the Americana microfiber pads. These pads are fairly unique in that they finish really well, and just from a bit of testing I just did just then, I'm finding I'm getting a better finish with these as opposed to the rotary. Now, to get the ultimate, we could finish with this and then do a final jeweling step with the rotary, but on paint like this, it's fairly hard. That's not going to give much, if any, benefit. I'm finding I'm getting a better finish with this, so we're going to do the whole car with this, which is a shame in some ways because I quite enjoy using the rotary, but we've got to do what gives us the best results. And today, using the Opti-Coat primer polish with this pad and this machine, that's what is giving us the best results. Alright, so polishing is complete. The car is looking pretty good. It's a 90 to 95% correction level. Some areas 95 to 100. Most of the car's about 90, I would say. Really happy with this, how this has come out. White is always a bit of a challenging color to work on for a few reasons. One, you'll never get that kind of deep look that you get from a black or a red or a blue, so psychologically it can be a little bit challenging. You're like just working and you can still see swirls, but it's not making a huge difference. Now this car, because it was pretty hammered to begin with, we've basically seen a bit of a color change there, and the car is looking fresh, clean. It's looking like it's just been painted, so that's fantastic. And it doesn't have a coating right now. We're looking at naked paint, but it's already beginning to take on this kind of liquidy, smooth appearance, so that should only get enhanced with the Opti-Coat. Another note, what I'm holding here is why wheel bolts should not be over torqued. This here is a lock nut for a BMW, this is the lock nut key rather, for a BMW lock nut. I'll put a closer shot here, but as you can see, it has broken. Now what actually happened here, the wheels were done up so tight when we put the breaker bar on there. I was undoing them, and the lock nut key actually sheared in half before the wheel nut actually loosened. The tire shop who installed these tires had done them up way too tight, to the point where every single bolt I literally had to almost jump on the breaker bar to get them undone. Wheel nuts should be done up in accordance to the manufacturer specifications, and that's usually in the region of 130 to 150 Newton meters. These would be, I don't know, like 200, 250, something ridiculous like that. I had to get the wheel bolt, the thread repair guy in, who was able to drill out the bolts, and then I went down to my friends at Northside European, and we got a selection of lock nuts there. Now these here that they've given us are high quality forged steel, whereas the BMW one is this kind of cheap cast thing. So there's a few problems here. A, the BMW lock nut key is just cheaply made, and B, they were done up too tight. But thankfully we fixed that up, and we managed to get a replacement bolt as well. So top tip, always use a torque wrench. so this car has really tested my patience. Just when I think I'm done, I find more defects. But I think I'm done now. Really, look, I suppose it's like art. It's never finished. You simply abandon the project. This is the point now where we could get it better, but it really needs sanding. And you know, it's what, Thursday today. I've been working on it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I've allocated twice as much time to this as I was supposed to. I've got a new Commodore waiting there for me. So I'm really happy with this. It's an absolutely huge transformation of the car. We're just finishing the wheels right now and coating those. They've been a bit of a struggle to get clean as well, but they're almost done. But I'm going to start coating now, and it's what, 7:30, so I hope to finish coating this in the next hour or so, and then go and get some well-needed rest. Alright guys, the car is done. I've left it overnight. It's now the next morning. I applied the Pro and the Pro Plus, left it overnight to go through the initial curing step. Just going to give it a final wipe down and then go and check all the wheel bolts to make sure that the correct torque setting, and take it outside and get ready for the customer to pick up. It looks like it's raining slightly outside. This might mean the customer won't pick it up today, and it's supposed to be raining for the next 2 days, so I might have to store it here. But it's a nice looking car and I enjoy looking at it, so I don't mind keeping it here in the shop. The E90 BMW M3 we just completed in Alpine Whites. We performed a very heavy paint correction there. Took, I don't know, 15, 20, 25 hours, something like that. I kind of lost count. Really tested my patience this car. Applied some Opti-Coat Pro Plus, took the wheels off, cleaned and coated them, and yeah, really happy with the outcome. As you can see from the video, the color has basically changed. Anyway, don't forget to share, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out on facebook.com/Obsession Car Detailing and our website www.obsessioncardetailing.com. If you have any questions or comments, please ask them below. And if you're interested in getting a car done by us, send us a message here or email info@obsessioncardetailing.com. Thanks a lot.